day 12, and I'm feeling like I'm just recovering from my weekend of birthday and the retreat. And the retreat just pressed all the buttons because, you know, I had to be visible, and my inner child showed up like I haven't seen her in a very long time. And so it was a lot of discomfort. It was at times overwhelming. But what I am realizing more and more, what I'm learning about life post-healing, is that big emotions are not a problem. Like, we'll feel stress and we'll have big emotions and we'll find, you know, reasons to be irritated or upset, but it won't destroy us anymore. We won't be stuck in that stress cycle. We won't blame others, you know, for our emotions. So what I am dealing with more and more, what I am practicing in my life, is that it's okay to have emotional splashes and emotional splurges, and it's also normal to go into a stress cycle. It's just that to have the skills to let the emotion complete, so that it's not frozen or stifled or shut down or repressed. That's the way to healing. Our bodies are designed to be in the stress cycle. That's not a problem. The body knows how to deal with that. It's just when we have the skills to then regulate back to, you know, restful stage and kind of regulated stage, that's what's at stake. So it's not a problem to be overwhelmed. It's not a problem to have emotions. It's not a problem to have conflict in our relationships. It's not a problem to get stressed out. We need our stress, we need our fears, we need our protective mechanisms. The point is, how can we live with the recognition of when it is a real threat and when it's imaginary threat because of like old trauma. And when we do get, you know, worked up emotionally, again, what do we do? Do we lash out at others? Do we blame them for our state of being? Or do we have the tools to be able to regulate our own system so we can be responsible for ourselves? So this weekend, you know, it was a lot of going to places where I haven't been before. I didn't want to go there. It wasn't pleasant. But I also realized and was recognizing I signed up for this. Like, this is, you know, when I send my intention out to the universe, I want to be visible. I want to be, you know, with people physically more. Because lately my life has been a lot on you know, behind the screen. If I want to step out from behind the screen and be seen, I will be bumping up against my own limitations. There's nothing wrong with that. That's as normal and as real as it can be. It's normal to feel a rush of energy when I'm standing on stage, right? It's normal to feel the rush of energy, or have to feel activated when I have, you know, like people looking at me, people that I don't know. It's how I process it. It's how I metabolize my feelings. That is what life post-healing looks like. Not avoiding these feelings, right? Because if we're avoiding the feelings, then we're just living the way we always did before we became aware of our feelings. It's about becoming aware of our feelings, learning to titrate, learning to pendulate, having all the skills that help us be with our feelings without going into overwhelm, but rather letting the cycle of the emotion to complete itself. That's what we're learning. And so a lot of what I'm processing about yesterday, it's interesting just to observe, because of course when I started journaling and when I started kind of looking back at some of the things I said, oh my God, how much judgment. The inner judge came out in force. And it's just, luckily I don't believe the inner judge. I listen to him or her like I listen to all the other voices, but it's not the only voice I hear anymore. So that kind of capacity to be in compassionate inner dialogue is really, really huge. And then just letting my body the time to rest again and to come back to what feels more resourced, because emotional work, somatic work, it's exhausting. So I'm eating in a specific way and I'm trying to take it easy. Right now I'm just going to go and meet my eldest daughter and spend some time with her, which is my pleasure. And so that's me today, post-birthday. I'm 58. I didn't have a chance to really, be in my birthday on the day of my birthday because I was distracted by other things that I was doing. But I'm so glad that I'm celebrating my birthday for a whole month. So it gives me enough time to really feel into this moment, this age of being 58. And just, in huge gratitude and acceptance of everything that I've gone through in the last over 10 years, everything that got me to this place. I hope you hear me well because it's quite windy and there are some cars. I'm near a highway, I think. So that's me for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.